All right, we are live in 3, 2, 1, go! Welcome back to another live stream, guys. How's everybody doing? Today, we are here to talk about not Carolina Hurricanes, but general NHL content, because we have not talked about that a whole lot recently, and I definitely want to start gearing towards this season.
There's going to be a lot of stuff going on recently. I mean, I'm ready for the season. I'm ready to talk about what's going to happen. Pretty much all the rosters are set.
I'm so ready for hockey season. Like, having football has been great. I've been thoroughly enjoyed watching football. That Bills-Ravens game last night, we could even touch on that for a minute.
Dude,
that was incredible.
That was great. I'm glad sports are back in general, though.
I know. We are approaching the start of the best season. I mean, we've got college football back, and I just got to watch my team play against Bill Belichick and only give up 20 points.
Not bad for Charlotte, to be honest.
We only gave up 20 points to Bill Belichick. We got to stand in the stands and chant "Bill likes freshmen" over and over again.
That's funny.
Proceeded to tell him where the sorority houses were at. And hey, wouldn't you know it? The Charlotte 49ers, we're minors. So not to say, Bill chose us for that reason, but
I mean, yeah, I was at my game actually this weekend, as you can see. Go Wolfpack. And for some reason, they decided that playing an ACC team at home is not a conference game.
So I think you're only allowed to play so many conference games a season. And that had to, they just, I guess, couldn't schedule anybody else.
From what I've heard, it's because of Indiana canceling their series with Virginia and some other stuff like that happened, basically forcing Virginia to just add another game to their schedule, which, NC State was like, sure, we'll do that. So
makes sense.
We take it. I mean, that's 2 down. 2 pretty solid teams. We play Wake on Thursday.
I was looking at State's schedule, dude. They have a very realistic possibility of starting 6-0, and a just as realistic possibility of ending the season 6-6 after starting 6-0.
We're not losing to UNC.
I hope not.
We're 4 straight. I think we're doing good.
Yeah, you gotta help us out. We lost.
It's also at home, so like.
That's also true. But we had Chapel Hill at home. But then again, Charlotte's like 131st out of 134 FBS teams. We were not going to win. But gearing towards NHL content. So we've got about a month, a little over a month maybe, or right at a month, till the regular season starts. We are officially Frederick Anderson days away from the start of the Carolina Hurricanes season.
Yep.
And a little less than that from the start of the NHL regular season. So with that, I want to start preliminary talks on what we expect to happen in the upcoming NHL season. You got any predictions?
Well, I mean, I guess we should probably start with the Canes since that,
Yeah.
But I'd say this Canes season, as much as last season was pretty awesome, last year was a retooling year. We needed to get everything harnessed back together, put things into place, and then make another run at it. And that's what this year is. We retooled this offseason, Ehlers, Miller, Nikishin. We got all the guys that we want to help us with our roster. And I think this year is the year that Carolina takes back the Metro again. We win it. Capitals are likely going to probably fall off a little bit, and I don't think the Devils are quite there yet. So Canes, I think we win the Metro. I've also seen us at the highest over-under in points at 107.5.
Wow.
I personally think that we hit near 110. We might get a little over. Looking back to I think the 21-22 season, we had 116 points. So I think this team is starting to get nearer to there again, rather than the near 100 point range. So I'm excited to see what happens. I hope this team meshes well, and I think we're going to see a lot of good things with our young stars going to be a year into their careers already, and they're going to have, besides Nikishin, but but now with Blake and Stankoven moving into the roster, I think this team's going to start off hot. I mean, we did last year, but that was a different story.
Yeah, and I really do think the Canes have potential to be, I think, above the 116 point mark. I think we could be in. This is very out there to say, but we could be in for the best year in Carolina Hurricanes franchise history.
I think it's very possible.
I think I wouldn't say it's likely, but I mean, definitely roster on paper wise better than last year.
100%.
And I wouldn't even say that's arguable. The only way that doesn't happen is if we have sophomore slumps and Nikishin flops. I don't see that happening, and even if so, I mean, you got Keandre Miller, so you've got a better defenseman.
Yeah, love Orlov, love Burns, but they're getting older, and Orlov near the end of the season.
You got younger on your defense core while also getting better, probably. I mean, Nikishin, from what we expect, is an upgrade over Orlov, and then Burns and Miller, kind of, right now maybe the same, but this season, Miller's going to be better, I think, under the Kane system where he'll actually thrive, unlike that trash garbage they got going up there in New York.
Send prayers to Scott Morrow.
Dude, Scott Morrow, I feel bad for you, dog. You got clowned here in a smaller market where you can get away with stuff like that. And now you're playing for the Rangers, meaning as soon as you screw up, everything is going to be with your name on it, and it's all your fault.
Pretty much. I wonder when he'll show up on the roster, though.
Speaking of Rangers, let's talk about the Rangers. What do we think the outlook is for them this year? They're one of the toughest teams for me to predict. I'm gonna have a predictions video going out semi soon. And Jack, if you want to, I mean, you should record one as well.
I'll see if I can. I'll do what I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the official. We'll have official predictions out probably around the week of the regular season starting.
Yeah. Back to the Rangers, though. I think the Rangers, as you said, they're very unpredictable. I believe that they're a very boom or bust team. They're going to either do great and they're going to make the playoffs and they might make a push, which is scary because if they do make the playoffs, they'll probably be in the wild card. And that means they might play us in the first round. So the Demons will be there. I'm scared of that.
Yeah, whatever.
But there is another possibility as well where they don't do so good, and Artemi Panarin is on the last year of his contract, so likely we might see him as a trade deadline piece going somewhere else for the playoffs.
Panarin's I've made the mistake before of saying that Artemi Panarin's really old. I don't think he is. I think he was a 2017 draftee or something.
He's 34, I believe.
Oh, never mind. That must have been somebody else then. Okay,
Yeah.
so Panarin is old. Can you Google that real quick and make sure I'm not crazy?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he's 34. Let me find his age. He's born in 1991, so that sounds about right. He's 33.
33. Okay, so Panarin's a bit older. So
Yeah.
he might, do we think he's not going to stick around on the Rangers after this season? Because
Probably not.
I don't think the Rangers are, I think Panarin wants to win. Panarin hasn't won yet. Panarin wants to win, and it's clear that the current trajectory of the New York Rangers is headed towards the trash. And I don't think that he's going to stay there. So I think this is very much a boom or bust year for the Rags. We'll move on now to the Capitals. I think the Capitals are just going to, fall off a little bit. I think they'll be good come playoff time because it is probably Ovi's last hurrah in the NHL.
Likely.
So that'll give them some extra motivation, similar to how the Great Chase happened and gave him extra motivation this past year. But I don't see Washington being a threat, like a super big threat. No,
Not right now.
At least, yeah, not right now. I think they kind of stayed the same. And they also were one of those teams where I feel like everything went right. Like nothing went wrong for last year's Washington Capitals. And that's not a trend that'll likely continue, meaning they will probably fall back to earth.
Likely. I will say though, Washington has a lot of good prospects. So they will probably be back and rebound and be pretty solid in about 2 or 3 years.
Sticking with the Metro, I'm going to go now to, we're just going to try and stick around like playoff teams and stuff from this past year because we don't want to be here all day talking about just predictions for records and stuff because there will be videos for that, but these are kind of preliminary ones. Devils, 3rd seed, behind Washington, behind Carolina, where they have been forever now.
So you think that so you think the Devils are going to be 3rd seed?
Yeah, I have the Caps. I have the Caps falling off, but not falling off enough for the Devils to pass them.
Okay, I thought that the Devils now would take a leap this year and we'd see something in the standings similar to 2020, I think 2023. We have Canes, Devils.
I don't know, because I feel like we should have seen it by now. Like the guys that they've had in there, their core, they didn't really add much. They added what?
They added Markstrom.
No, I'm talking like from last year or like either way. They added Connor Brown.
Yeah, that's not much of an ad.
That's a middle to bottom 6 ad, not the best. Staying stagnant. Dougie's gonna regress. Pesci's probably gonna regress. Is Luke Hughes that guy? I have my doubts.
We'll see.
Let's talk about the Panthers, unfortunately, and not the kind that got their tails kicked in Jacksonville yesterday, because that was embarrassing. What happened there?
I was watching Red Zone at my friend's house, so I didn't really see much of the game. But Bryce threw 2 picks. You definitely
didn't see a lot of the game if you were watching Red Zone.
No, I didn't, because they only showed it like literally twice because neither team made it in the red zone, hardly any, including the delay, which just sucked.
Yeah, that's true. Delay. I was at Carowinds. Shout out Carowinds for being awesome.
Yeah, good thing everybody else was, the game was in Jacksonville and not in Charlotte, which would have been rough.
Oh, then my traffic to Carowinds would have been terrible.
Yeah, it would have been pretty bad. But yeah, the Panthers, there was hype. There was hype this season, man. But the offense, the offense was the most hyped thing this offseason, and they did nothing.
McMillan looked good, I thought.
He did look good.
I thought what you needed to see was okay. Now, Jacksonville was a matchup nightmare for y'all because you didn't have Ike Ekwonu in there, who was your cornerstone left tackle, and you played a team with good edge rushers.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And I didn't see much of the offense, so I can't really say much.
Jacksonville needed a win, dude. Like as bad as the Panthers need a win, the Jaguars need a win.
Yeah, J.C. Horn also played very well. He only allowed 3 targets and 1 catch.
Nice.
And then he had an interception. So, one-handed too.
All right, so back to the Florida Panthers. Same regime.
I don't like talking about them. Ooh!
Listen, the other Panthers.
Florida Panthers.
Yeah, I know. I'll get through this quick. They brought back the same core. The only way the Florida Panthers fall off is if injuries take account and there's no salary cap gymnastics, which already has happened with Matthew Tkachuk. So the Panthers will probably be, a 2 or 3 seed in the Atlantic. Toronto will get everybody's hopes up and then choke. And then it'll be Florida versus someone in the ECF. And maybe by the grace of God, one of these Metro teams can finally make a Cup Finals. How long has it been since a Metro team made the Cup Finals? Or a team that is currently in the Metro? Because I think this predates the Metropolitan Division.
It does. I think it was 2018 with the Capitals.
That's bad. That's
very bad. Because it was what? It was Florida,
Tampa, Boston.
Yeah, and then before that was Washington.
Yeah, we need to see a Metro team make it. Screw Florida. I'm tired of the Panthers. They're like,
yeah.
For some reason, the Florida Panthers are far more unlikable than the almost dynasty Lightning.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the dynastic Tampa Bay Lightning that bad, or the almost dynastic. Speaking of Tampa, what do we think about them? They're another interesting case for this upcoming season. I think they are in a they've certainly got to be in win now mode, right? Like their core at this point is Hedman, Vasilevsky, Kucherov, Gensel. Point. Yikes. Old. I mean, we're not talking like Pittsburgh or LA, but yikes. You're running out of time there. I mean, Vasilevsky will be good for a while because goalies can age pretty well. But Kucherov probably only has a couple seasons left as a top 5 or top 2, 3 forward in the league. Hedman's showed visible signs of slowing down already.
Mm-hmm.
Vasilevsky the last couple years has not been the Vasilevsky that won the cups with them. Jake Gensel's a bit younger. Jake Gensel's been pretty good. They've got Braden Point, who's one of the most underrated pieces, I think, to a decent championship team. And then Brandon Hagel, I'm going to shine some light on him because he's been really good the last couple years as well.
Anyways, Tampa probably finishes. Do you think they might drop to the wild card if Ottawa does good this year?
No.
Okay. Because then you have what? Florida, Toronto, Tampa, and Ottawa. Maybe Montreal as well.
I would have Montreal. Let's talk Montreal because I want to talk Montreal here. This is a team I'm going to spend a little more time on. I might even do an individual video on this because I'm very intrigued by the Montreal Canadiens this year. I think they are going to be the 3 seed.
I think that's possible.
I think they're going to be the 3 seed. I think Tampa's the 2 seed. I think Toronto's the 1. I think Florida's going to have a rough regular season.
It's possible. I can see that.
I think
they're not a regular season team.
No, and
it's very clear.
And I think they're not. They don't need to play in the regular season tough. They know that they're gonna make the playoffs and have they'll have to face tougher teams. But you're gonna have to face those teams anyways. And Florida proved last season that home ice doesn't mean anything to them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they spanked us. They spanked us at home. Thankfully, they won the cup. Thankfully they won the cup in Florida this time, didn't they? Instead of Edmonton.
No, the first time they won it in Florida as well.
Backwards. Oh no, they won it in Florida both times. I know they won it in Florida this time.
Did they win it they won it in 6, and they had a worse record than Edmonton, so I believe they did win it. Yeah, no, they did because it was the Sam Reinhart 4-goal game.
And the Matthew Tkachuk game winner.
Yeah. Somehow Reinhart didn't get the game winner.
He 4 out of 5 goals and didn't score the game winner. Scrub. All right, but Montreal 3rd. I think they're going to be really nice. I think they are one of the most promising young teams in the league. Good for Montreal fans though; they deserve that.
Give us 6 or 7 years. Not intended as a joke. But we're probably gonna have a Sharks Canadiens final.
Of all the numbers you could have picked there, Jack. Really?
What am I supposed to say? 10? I don't think it's gonna be 10. Fine. Whatever. Avery's probably watching. It's fine.
Dude, was it Jim Nance that said that on the broadcast?
He did. I heard that last night. I swear it's just ingrained in our heads.
At least it wasn't
now,
Collinsworth, bro. Like I'm not as big a Chris Collinsworth hater as some people are. But last night, that was a bit rough. He looks old.
Collinsworth was glazing Allen last night. That was new.
Nah, he's always done that. Collinsworth just glazes whatever good quarterback's on TV. And then if they play like backyard style football, that's kind of like what we see out of Patrick Mahomes. Like, shut up, Chris. You're not calling a Chiefs game.
He's not even there.
Yeah, exactly. Why is everything got... Now, I'm getting off topic here. I'm getting off script. There is no script, but I'm getting off of it if there was one.
It's not like we're in any, serious script anyways. We're just talking about stuff.
Let's get to the West. Colorado, I think, is going to be the best team in the West this year. Brent Burns is carrying that franchise.
7th defenseman, Brent Burns.
He's not going to be 7th defenseman. Are you kidding?
I've heard something about that. He's getting paid $1 million, so.
I don't think Brent Burns, there's no way that Brent Burns is being the 7th man. He wouldn't sign on a team where he's not going to play.
That's true.
The only reason he's still playing, I feel like, is to get that Iron Man streak. And he feels like and to get the cup. But realistically, attaining the Iron Man streak has got to be his thing, which he will not do if he's the 7th man, so he probably is going to play.
I would assume so.
I mean, yeah. He won't be first pair. I mean,
no.
Not many, actually nobody in the entire league could go to Colorado and be a first pair defenseman on the right side right now. Yeah. So Colorado, I think Dallas is going to be a close second. I think Winnipeg's going to fall off a little bit. I think they kind of in the same kind of category as Washington had everything go right last year, and that's not going to happen again.
Who do you think our surprise team is going to be this year? Because I feel like there's generally a surprise team every once in a while.
Montreal.
I don't think that's a surprise, though. That's going to happen. Like, that's pretty, okay, that makes sense.
Are we talking, make the playoff surprise or just surprise, whoa?
I think, just, it doesn't have to be playoffs. It's just, significant improvement.
Okay, San Jose. I do not understand the people that say San Jose is a bottom 5 team currently.
Not anymore.
I mean, sure, it's you can't judge a prospect based off of what he's done in the minors because that's not always a good tell. How in the world are the Sharks a bottom 5 team right now, though? They've got some of the best young talent. They've got Celebrini, Smith, Eklund. They added Michael Misa. Who's the defenseman? They have a defenseman too that's pretty young.
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard defenseman and Sharks, and I just thought of Orlov.
Not that defenseman. Maybe they are. Maybe they are a bottom 5 team.
Their defense is just not the best.
It's not. But you know what? They're going to score enough goals to make up for it. And they also have a wild card in Askarov in net, who at one point was touted as the best goalie of the next generation. I mean, I think right now that title has been dubbed onto Dustin Wolf instead. But Askarov still could be that guy. And if he is, that catapults the Sharks into, not bottom 5 territory. I mean, it doesn't catapult him to a playoff spot, but it at least gets him close.
I mean, and for the future, not for this year. Ravensburgen looks good, too.
Yeah. So I don't understand these people with the Sharks being bottom 5. I think a surprise in the other way, Pittsburgh.
I could see that. I mean, I've been talking about Pittsburgh being
exactly. I think Pittsburgh's going to be the worst team in the league. I think the bus wheels are completely falling off, and the Bruins and the Blackhawks are going to be fighting for the first overall pick.
And the Predators.
I think the Predators will be a bit better. We can talk about them for a minute. We played them in that Hurricane Helene relief game last year in preseason, and they started their entire opening roster, and we didn't start. We started Eric Robinson. So
I was just remembering the game from March, or it was early April.
The one that Noah went to, dude.
UC Saros will have a better year. And I think now that that core is played together, I mean, let's be real. Shea, Marchessault, and Stamkos are getting well overpaid what they should be getting.
Yep.
But they'll be better this season. They have a season under their belt. Yossi will have a bounce back season, I believe. They're old, but I think they're not going to be as bad. They
could be okay.
They had a lot go wrong. I don't think they're going to be in contention for the playoffs, but I think instead of being a bottom 3 team, they're going to be like a bottom 8, 9, 10 team.
It's possible.
Yeah. Worst team in the league, though, Pittsburgh Penguins, who will somehow magically end up getting Gavin McKenna because, yeah, the NHL loves this. I mean, isn't it just great that, Bedard makes his way to Chicago and the New York Islanders jump up, 10 spots to the first overall pick in this past year's draft? At least the Sharks got Celebrini. That would have, dude, Sharks fans would have lost it if they didn't get that one.
Who would it have been? Imagine the Blackhawks got him. I've been crazy.
No. But, yeah, Pittsburgh or Boston's going to end up getting McKenna.
Likely.
Could you imagine if Boston got him, dude? Ugh.
I'd
rather it be Pittsburgh.
It would be so over, dude.
I'd much rather it be Pittsburgh.
I wouldn't. I'd rather it be neither. I'd rather it be Chicago, honestly.
San Jose.
Oh, San Jose, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Let's have San Jose jump from 6th worst in the league to first overall pick and get Gavin McKenna, so they have him, Will Smith, Macklin Celebrini, and Michael Misa all on the same forward core.
Edmonton Oilers V2.
No, because even Edmonton's not that deep. Edmonton's
well, I mean, the idea.
Celebrini and McKenna. Yeah, that could be McDavid. That could be McDavid Draisaitl 2.0.
Basically.
Do we think Gavin? Do we really think? Do we think Gavin McKenna is going to be that good? Because here's one thing I want to talk about: the NHL, I feel like, has been overinflating these generational talents recently. Because Bedard was called a generational talent, and then we saw Celebrini get called a generational talent. They didn't really call anybody in this season, this class, a generational talent, but they're calling McKenna a generational talent as well. Do we think that this term is getting overused at this point?
Yeah. I mean, I personally, looking at it now, Celebrini, maybe yes. Bedard, I don't know. I don't know about Bedard. I mean, he has promise, but he's also playing on the Blackhawks. So it's which one is it? But I think we should just talk about them as prospects, right? You can't talk about them as generational until you've seen proof, right?
That's true. It's possible. Prospect. I mean,
there's, if you want to talk about generational, you can't talk about comparison to NHL type stat lines. If you're looking at Celebrini and some of the stuff he did, yeah, that makes sense. Look at Bedard. I mean, I don't remember looking at his tape too much, but I think he was pretty solid. Looking otherwise, though, McKenna, I've seen some of McKenna clips. He's nasty.
Yeah.
I just don't like the idea of calling someone generational. I understand it's a generational prospect, but I'd rather wait until it's, they're on the team. They've been there for 2 years and be like, okay, this guy's him.
I think prospect wise, I think we can call McKenna a generational talent. I think they were starved for it whenever Bedard got up there. I think that it had been so long since they had some ridiculous surefire number one that they immediately put Connor Bedard into superstar status.
Patrick Kane.
But I think Celebrini, I think he wasn't being called generational to the likes of Connor Bedard.
No, he wasn't.
But at the same time, I think that Macklin Celebrini's been much closer to expectations. And I agree. I think McKenna will be too. There are certain aspects of a game from the minors that do translate to the majors. And if your game is flying up and down the wings, scoring goals and being, Connor McDavid, you'll probably be fine. I think Bedard and Celebrini are different because their skill set was not based off their like skating. I'm fairly certain McKenna's is, among many other things, which links him with some of the better players.
Yes.
There's a reason his pro comps I've seen have been like McDavid, McKinnon, like guys that play fast.
Yeah. I think we should probably wrap it back around to the West and talk about some of the standings.
Edmonton. What's going to happen with the Oilers?
It's a great question. And I thought last year they weren't going to do as good. And then they just made the cup again.
This is the most interesting year in Oilers Oilers land for a very, very long time. Because let's think about this. Edmonton the last couple of years has come out the gate sluggish and slow and terrible. And then has had a mid-season to late season run that has gotten them back into the playoff race comfortably and then made it to the cup finals. McDavid's in a contract year on a team where he does not feel that they have done what is necessary to win. And that's all public information. You can go find his displeasure with the way Edmonton's handled the situation. And for someone as high of a talent as he is, he could basically go wherever he wants, demand whatever money he wants, and can get whatever he wants.
Pretty much.
He's the most talented hockey player of all time.
Yep.
I mean, it's hard to say greatest because no one's ever going to catch some of those Gretzky records. But talent-wise, McDavid dominates an era where the average NHL player today would probably put up 4 goals a game in Gretzky's era.
Likely, yeah. That's the problem with comparing stats to Gretzky's stats, because it's Gretzky was good. He was really solid, but the players around him also just stunk.
Yeah.
Goalies
were still standing up to make all their saves. All right, let's get to some chats here because we have some chats. All right, from Matthew. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Next. This roster is 2 times better than last year, and Nicky is too mature and driven to be better to let himself fall off. He's going to be great. I agree. I think Nikishin is going to be in the Calder final. I don't think he wins it because the media has this narrative that Demidov is predestined to win it already. So I mean, I don't think he'll win the Calder. I think he could be the best rookie, but I don't think he wins the Calder. They're gonna give it to Demidov.
I mean, last year people thought Celebrini was gonna win it. He didn't win it.
Yeah, but that's true. I just feel like from what I've seen, it looks just pretty much predestined to go to Demidov at this point, no matter what he does.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the Canadians are going to be the ones with the most hype. There's also a ton of Canadians fans out there, so they're the ones talking about it. So it makes sense you're going to see it a lot.
It balances out. All right, Eli. Mm-hmm. Rags are barely making playoffs and getting swept first round. I don't think the Rags will get swept. I don't think there's ever a situation where they will get swept because Igor will steal a game or two.
Likely. We've seen it.
Now, first round exit, absolutely. I could see that. I don't think the Rangers are a far cry from the team that's put us out twice, I think. 3 times?
Twice recently.
Yeah. I think the Rags are a far cry from that team. Thankfully. I was sick of that. Talking about the Devils, it'll depend on Jack Hughes' health. Yeah, the Devils, that's the thing with them. No team in the league is more hurt by injuries than the Devils. And I know injuries are something that just happens and you can't pick anything based off of injuries, but at the same time, if you pick injury prone players and half of your roster is injury prone, you can't be shocked when injuries happen. I mean, look at us with Freddie Anderson. We know it's coming. We know that sometime in mid-November, there's probably going to be something that keeps Freddie out till February.
I've seen other things happen this year, just in regards with Freddie, because, Polsky had his talk about it. He said that the last 2 years were freak accidents, talking about the blood clotting issue with Freddie. And then the knee surgery was like a thing that's been going on for a long time. So I think we might see it be okay for Freddie this year, but no promises.
I hope, but at the same time, injury-prone players are injury-prone. That's just how it happens. I feel like after your first injury, you're more likely to get re-injured than you are than the player who's not been injured. All right, I see. This is from Hurricane Grimm's 1129. I see the Blue Jackets making the playoffs. I could see it. I don't think that's possible. That's not the farthest out there take. It's definitely a hot one with Ottawa and Montreal, being the two wildcard teams last year, who I think are going to get better. And I don't think anyone in the playoff hunt got bad enough for Columbus to overtake them. Columbus had another one of those seasons where it seemed the most things went right for them. Like, if you take the Columbus Blue Jackets games, shot totals, how they played and stuff, and then threw it into a simulator, they probably finished about 10 to 12 points better than the simulator would have them at. So they'll come back down to earth. I think they'll still be in the playoff race in the hunt, but unless one of, I would say, Tampa, Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, New Jersey, Washington flops really bad, I don't think there's room for Columbus to move up.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's possible, but I think it's possible that they could make it. They were really close last year, and I wanted them to make it, but then I was like, if they beat Washington, then we have to play them. And I was like, man. But Columbus is, I mean, who knows? Maybe they're still playing inspired by Johnny Gaudreau.
Matthew, I don't think the Panthers will be as bulletproof as they were last season, even with the core re-signed. Something's going to give at some point. That's kind of what I was alluding to earlier. They've played so many games the last 3 years. Wear and tear is a thing. They're going to get hurt at some point. I mean, now whether they do the whole salary cap gymnastics in the last year that you're allowed to do that, whether they do
they can't do that anymore. They just said that they're imposing the thing for salary cap this season for the playoffs.
Oh, they are?
Yes, they said that. I saw a source say that about 2 weeks ago. So that's like, they can't do that.
So that is news to me, but that's great news. So that means Matthew Tkachuk being out is not going to get them an extra roster player come playoff time. Great.
That's what I'm not gonna say that that's 100% true, but I did see that on a source out there. So
well, at the very least, in worst case scenario, this is the last year they can do that.
Yes.
All right. Isn't Chris in his 70s or 80s? You want to Google that? Can you look up how old Chris Collinsworth is?
He's pretty old.
Now here's a guy who's pretty old.
He's,
and that's kind of what 70s. We see out of Patrick Mahomes. What else does he say? Oh, he's
only 66, bro.
What? Dude, he looked like he was pushing 75 last night on the broadcast. I'm not gonna lie. Still doing it good though. I mean, the older I get, the more I come to appreciate the old school broadcasters. Like 10 years ago, if you told me my favorite broadcasting duo outside of the Mannings would be Troy and Joe. But here we are. Troy and Joe are some of the best.
Yeah. Random side note. I have seen this about Seth Jarvis recently. Rehab has gone great for Seth Jarvis's shoulders. He says, I can rip out some push-ups right now if you want. He even said he's open for Brendan Moore trying him at center again.
Good. Brendan Moore's not going to do it, but good. At least the option's out there. The Pens will magically get McKenna. Yeah, I alluded to that earlier. I think Pittsburgh knows what they're doing. They're going for that.
I mean, it makes sense. Just bottom out. You had Crosby. Crosby's going to retire, and you have a seamless transition to a new generational star.
Yeah, why not? What does Pittsburgh have to gain by being good this year? A playoff run where they get swept in the first round and then have to sell off? They've told Malkin this is his last year with them.
Yep.
So maybe we see an Evgeny Malkin trade come deadline day.
I've seen a lot about him in Carolina, like last offseason. I was like, I don't know, but
I mean, that would be veteran leadership from a 3-time Cup winner. Not the worst thing. I don't know
I
where
don't know
he'd.
about now though.
I don't know where he'd. I don't know where he'd play. Like, well,
No.
is Evgeny Malkin a comparable 2C?
Trade Kokiniemi. I'm joking.
Nah,
I would
heck
still think
no.
he's worth it.
No. No, Kokiniemi is worth far more long term
Absolutely.
than Malkin is.
Unless you're getting a pick back with it, then there's no reason.
Then there's no reason for Pittsburgh to do it. I mean,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
All right, and Matthew again, or Matt. Edmonton really needs to deliver this season. They cannot go on this first week slump or the first month or two slump that they've had the last couple years. If they do that, they're screwed because they've had miracle runs to get themselves back in it. But this year, if you stink it up the first couple weeks or months and you're down below the playoff line come trade deadline season, McDavid's out of there. The
He's
only
gone.
person who can convince McDavid to stay at this point, I think, is Leon Draisaitl.
Pretty much.
I mean, what else is that? I mean, Bouchard. Bouchard's good. Bouchard also is the reason they lost 2 games to Florida in the Cup Finals last year. He's not going to convince McDavid to stay.
No. If your defensive, if your best defensive guy is an offensive guy, and you don't have the defensive guy, I mean, you probably want a defensive guy to convince you to stay, and not like another one of yourself.
Ekholm?
Like, I guess.
So that begs the question, and this is one that I wanted to get to. Where is McDavid going?
I've seen a couple things, and I don't really like many of them.
I don't.
I think there are 3 teams that I saw that were on the top of McDavid's list. Chicago Blackhawks is the best one.
Yeah.
Dallas Stars.
They can't afford him.
Unless they do a trade.
True. Well, they're going to have to.
That's what I'm saying. They'd have to do a trade because it's trade deadline. So that's possible. And the worst one for us Canes fans, the New York Rangers.
Oh, crap.
I was talking with my friend the other day, though, who is partially a Rangers fan, and he said that every time that the Rangers have traded for traded or gotten in free agency a superstar player, they have done nothing with them. They have not won any cups with a superstar player that they have gained. So,
well, I mean,
hopefully that continues if that happens. Which I think is dumb because that doesn't make any sense now that I think about it, because they got Messier.
Well, let's think about it. What McDavid doesn't care about anything but winning a cup at this point. So he's going to have to go to a team where he thinks there's cup potential. I think that automatically rules out Chicago. Because Chicago is probably the worst constructed roster in the league right now.
Yes. And he's likely going to want to extend 8 years. Get the guaranteed money that he can.
He's going to want to play and stay.
So I have to like the area.
Dallas makes sense. It would have made a lot more sense if they didn't get Mikko Rantanen.
This is also very true.
I don't know how Dallas moves off enough cap to afford $17 million of Connor McDavid.
Unless you trade one of your top guys.
No, you have to trade more than one. You have to Dallas would. The problem with Dallas would have to trade off 2 or more roster players.
I could see them trading Jason Robertson in this situation.
They could, but at the same, that's a winger, so you're going to need to dump a center.
They're going to likely want someone young, so Wyatt Johnston's probably going to be on the table.
That's not even enough cap. I don't think Wyatt Johnston and Jason Robertson, I don't even think that's enough of a cap dump.
Right, because they don't have. I keep thinking of it in Canes terms, where we still have like a decent amount of cap left over.
They have nothing.
Yeah, they have like 0, and they just traded off a bunch of depth guys so that they could get the cap.
Exactly, and they don't have the prospect pool anymore.
Nope, because they traded Stankoven too.
Yep. So nope, not looking. I mean, the cap will go up again. So McDavid will play on his current contract for next year, and you could do some salary cap retention through a trade to a team that's not spending all their money, like a San Jose. Or ooh, can they do that? Because they might be retaining on 3 contracts right now.
San Jose is retaining on Carlson.
They're retaining on Carlson. They're retaining on Carey Price currently.
Are they retaining on?
They're not retaining Burns because Burns' contract is up.
No, I was thinking of what's his name? Hurdle.
They are. So never mind. San Jose can't do that. San Jose's already retaining as much as they can retain.
You could think maybe
Chicago.
I don't know. Chicago is pretty much
because Taylor Hall's contract is up. So never mind.
It is up.
They're not retaining on the new Miko deal. So Chicago is clear of that whole thing. So Chicago could do it. A Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, someone could take the cap hit to make that work.
I could see Pittsburgh doing that.
And the cap will go up next year. So it's not going to go up by 17 million. But as discussed in prior videos, if y'all have been paying attention to our videos, the salary cap is going up at an alarmingly fast rate. So that won't be a problem in 3 years.
Nope.
I mean, if you combine what the cap's going up this year and next year, I mean, that's almost the entirety of McDavid's 17 million.
Which is why Blake and Stankoven were a steal.
Yep. I don't want McDavid to go to Dallas, though.
I'm trying to think of teams that he would want to go to that's a cup contender.
Vegas.
But does Vegas have the cap space?
No. But again, for someone of the caliber of Connor McDavid, literally anyone on your team is a trade piece at that point. Like,
that's true.
Let's think about it. If McDavid said he wanted to come to Carolina, how many players would Carolina say no, we're not moving?
Aho,
Slavin,
Jarvis, Slavin.
They'd move Jarvis, I think.
You think they'd move Jarvis
for McDavid? Yes.
I don't think so. He's too young, and he's has potential to be a 40 to 50 goal winger.
Yeah, but you're getting the best player of the generation, still in his prime. Honestly, I would say, I mean, probably Aho. I think the only definitive player who would not get moved is Slavin. That's because you have to have Jacob Slavin, which sucks because you know who Edmonton would want in a trade from Carolina is probably Jacob Slavin.
Well, yeah, they would want Slavin.
They would want Slavin to put next to Bouchard, which would be dude. What a duo that would be. The most
we thought about it.
The most
Carolina,
offensively gifted defenseman and the most defensively gifted defenseman playing together. That would be amazing.
Could have happened. Could have had it happen, but Edmonton decided to re-sign him.
Could McDavid go to San Jose?
It would be so funny if he did.
That'd be awesome. That would be. I would low key like halfway become a Sharks fan if he did.
I already kind of liked the Sharks a while ago. I liked them on their runs, but I liked them back in when I was watching them in 2019 play like the Golden Knights, and they won that series in 7. Absolute cinema.
I'd love to see the Sharks get McDavid, but
I also just like the color scheme because it's pretty fire.
Vegas has proven they'll dropkick anyone to get whoever they want. Vegas is definitely an interesting place. Here's a wild shot. Colorado. No,
you can't have McKinnon and McDavid on the same team. That's probably not going to happen.
McKinnon, McDavid, McCarr is way too much money tied up in 3 players.
It's the same thing that Edmonton has right now with Draisaitl, Bouchard, and McDavid. And honestly, Ekholm too.
And Nurse. They've got $9.5 million of Darnell Nurse.
Yikes.
McDavid's not going to Colorado. Colorado has already had to pick up small bad depth pieces.
I've heard it's the one thing that I've heard about, dude, and I don't know how I feel about it. Somebody told me that Austin Matthews met with Connor McDavid in Toronto. And I'm like,
from Toronto, but the Leafs are not getting. I don't think they're contenders for McDavid. If they thought they were contenders for McDavid, why would they re-sign John Tavares?
Yeah.
Like, why would you
trade him?
I mean, yeah, but if Toronto would have to clear a lot more salary cap than they did to get him. I think Toronto's in play, though. I think Toronto's in play more so than Chicago.
I could see that.
If McDavid's going to a young dumpster fire, current dumpster fire, he's going to San Jose. He's not going to Chicago.
He's not going to Florida. He's not going.
Thank God.
Yeah, there's no way he's going to Florida.
Florida doesn't have the money.
See that. No, and I don't think they want him anyway for their style of play.
No,
even though it is McDavid.
The one team in the league that can say that. What about
Tampa? Do you think about the Gretzky route? What do you think if he goes to the LA Kings? I don't think it makes sense right now.
It doesn't.
But
it doesn't make sense for him to go to LA.
You got Winnipeg.
Ooh, that'd be nasty.
But
I don't think there's no way that happens,
mean?
Though.
What would they put on their? Because right now is it Scheifele as second line center? So who's first line center? I keep forgetting.
Scheifele's got to be first line center,
isn't he? Yeah. So it's Scheifele, and then I think it's I can't remember his name.
Lowry.
No, it was the other guy. Though. Perfetti. That's your second line center, I believe. But give him Niederreiter and a fifth. I mean, they're set for life.
I'm just gonna say, dude, this is probably the best viewership. Thank you to the viewers, guys. This is the best viewership we've had on one of our live streams with us in it. And we're competing currently with Monday Night Football, which I have no idea how it's going because I haven't looked.
I haven't either. Honestly, I'm gonna check right now. Last I saw it was 7-0 Chicago.
Yeah,
where Caleb Williams went 5 of 5 on the first drive apparently, and got a rushing touchdown. Touchdown. Let's see, what are we at? NFL checkup. It is 10-6 Bears.
Go Bears.
So the first touchdown was the only touchdown of the game.
But again, I appreciate all of you guys watching our stream, watching us Carolina fans talk about hockey here, rather than watching what was probably more mainstream. Watching the NFL, especially in week 1. Talking about this though, do you guys in the chat currently mind us doing the streams on Mondays? Because that's what has worked for us currently. But we know that Monday Night Football happens, and at least until hockey season, Tuesdays and Thursdays, or Tuesdays, could be opened up.
Tuesdays would probably be great for me. I mean, I'm fine with Tuesdays, but I could probably do it earlier. Honestly,
so you guys in chat, let us know. We take your guys' opinion into account much more than any of the poll responses, because you guys are here. You guys are out here supporting us. You're supporting your local content creators. We appreciate that so much. So if you guys would just type in chat whether Monday or Tuesday works better, you think is better until hockey season starts. So for the next month. Give everyone a minute to type in there. Fine with whatever. Jack, I see both your folks in here.
My folks? Oh, my parents. Yep. Yeah. Hi.
I'm working on getting them famous. We are getting there. We're in the process.
Slowly.
Low-key goal of the year is to get recognized at a Canes game.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I've given out a couple cards recently. Everyone that I've given them out to has been like, I'm kind of a Canes fan. I'm like, bro, you're wearing Canes merch.
Become a Canes fan. Do it.
Please. You won't regret it. Yeah, no, there's been a lot of people I've seen on campus recently wearing Canes stuff, which is kind of surprising because we got a month till hockey, and it's about in the numbers that I've been seeing people wear NFL jerseys.
Yeah,
which is weird. So good on odd. NC State students. We're big Canes fans.
You know what? I think we are currently looking pretty good for hockey season, honestly. I mean, the YouTube videos have been going good. I feel like once the season starts too, we're gonna get people invested, man. We are this season, you guys. We are going to be infinitely better than we were last season, content wise. We've hit our stride. We've had a lot of practice in the off season. So we're going to hit the ground running come opening night.
I'm excited for it. It's going to be great.
You guys, the viewers, are going to be the center of it all. And that's what we started out. That's what we strive for when we started out this channel. And all of it, really. We want to get you guys involved. And I like these live streams for that reason, because I can respond to live chat. And sometimes we'll put polls on Instagram asking what you guys want us to talk about. So stuff like that, I absolutely love doing. But this season, we're going to hit the ground running. So I hope you guys enjoy all that.
Oh, yeah.
One more announcement before we get back to some sports talk here. We have the special guest coming soon, I think. I hope. The live stream will not be a nighttime stream, so it will not be like these. It'll probably be like a mid-afternoon, like a 3:30 to 4 o'clock-ish stream. And looking like it'll probably end up being a Wednesday. But
it's news to me.
Yes. We, as a group, as the Carolina Craziacs, are going to have our first ever meeting / interview / chat with someone who is actually in the Carolina Hurricanes organization. Someone who works with the team. Is going to sit down and answer some of our questions. And we're probably going to build around some, preseason hype, what we're going to see in the regular season. I cannot wait for that. So shout out to this person for agreeing to do that with us and giving us, our entryway in to talking to some people in the organization. Absolutely cannot wait for that. Look for that in about 2 weeks' time.
Also, for those of you who love watching Canes content on Instagram, on YouTube, or just anybody in general, right? We're looking at inviting some of the local, like guys like us, right? We're looking at inviting some of the big Instagram accounts onto this, and we'll probably do some talks with them. As you've probably seen in the past, we've done some stuff with Storm Report. That might happen again. But there are some people that we have in mind. A lot of them are very encouraged by it, and they're talking about possibly doing it. So keep an eye out for like some other big Canes like media guys on this channel. It's bound to happen soon.
And for those of you that have been consistent viewers and people that enjoy this, we would love to have some of you guys on at some point. So if you're not already, head over to our Instagram page, it's the Carolina Craziacs, and shoot us a DM if you want to be involved in one of these live streams. We will discuss topics of conversation beforehand. And again, we love to get the fans involved. All right, we got a couple comments from the away fan. 2002, baby. Go Wings, dudes. LGRW. Let's go Red Wings. Were you guys even old enough for 06, let alone 02? I was old enough for 06. I wasn't really watching it. And
I was 6 months old.
And in 02, I would have been not even born yet. I would have been -4 months old or so. Urban, those unclean white pads. What a look. I'll never forget Gary Thorne on the call in that third OT. Magical stuff. Glad to see you enjoy hockey, dudes. Keep crushing. Hey, thank you so much, the away fan. We really appreciate the support. Hope you've enjoyed the stream thus far. And make sure to check out the rest of the content on the channel. I don't have anything directly for the Red Wings just yet, but might have to do a video on the Eisner plan depending on how the beginning of this season starts for them.
And yeah, we might have Fedorov jersey discussions or anything like that. So
Fedorov jersey retirement night is against the Canes this year, kind of fitting. I didn't know that. I guess I don't really keep up with away team schedules and their event nights and stuff like that. It'd be cool to go to an away game sometime, honestly. I don't think that's in the cards for this season, but maybe some other time. Could look into something like that. I think it'd be cool to do.
It'd be nice. Probably start small, maybe like Washington or Nashville.
Yeah. Nashville's quite a drive. So is
It
Washington.
is quite a drive. I mean, you got a couple options. It's basically Washington, Philly, New
Jersey.
York, Jersey, and then if you go the other ways, it's like Nashville,
Florida, Tampa,
Columbus, Florida. Probably not Florida. It'd probably be Tampa before it would be.
Yeah.
Bro, 95. 95.
Dude, we gotta love I-95.
Speaking of interstates, I don't know if any of you seen this on Instagram, but I love like the I-40 hate clan and I-85 hate clan.
Yes.
Like those are so funny.
85's bad over here.
Yeah, no.
85
and probably 77
terrible,
as well.
Terrible in Charlotte. 485 is kind of bad too.
That's 40's been okay. I mean, you know about that.
Oh yeah, 40 is just 40. All right. So I'm going to open the floor one last time to you guys to ask us questions on what you want us to cover. I'll leave the floor open for like another minute. Put in what you want down there, and I will respond to it, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing on up.
Speaking of time, though, so it's not so awkward for the other people. I love my room. I've been in here for like 3 weeks. Just moved into my apartment for college. Same with Carter. Yeah. As you can tell, we're both in different places now since we're at college. Go back. But yeah, I really enjoy this place. It's been nice. I've got all my stuff up. Can't really see the banner too well, but I got that as well. So it's been nice in here. I've been enjoying it. Just gotta get some games in.
Yeah, I mean we're approaching hockey season. I kind of hate it because I'm not here anymore.
Yeah, you're not in Raleigh, so you don't really get to go to games.
I know. I might have to drive back at some point.
You have to go to the Panthers game instead.
Yeah, I'll go to the Panthers Seahawks game because I'm a Seahawks fan.
Is that one at home?
Yeah, it's in Charlotte, but it's over Christmas break.
Oh, okay.
All right, a few questions came in. Away games are so much fun. You are the enemy, and when you cheer for a goal, you let them folks know. I know that because I'm a Seahawks fan, and I've been to a couple of Panthers Seahawks games in Charlotte, all of which, except for one, the Seahawks have won. Go Hawks. What do you think the Canes do at the deadline?
This is a juicy question.
Honestly, is it? I don't think they're going to do a whole lot. I mean, I think the only thing they could possibly address is 2C. And, for some reason, I think Jesperi Kotkaniemi is going to have the year we need him to. I think this is the year that KK could show us that he's got potential.
Who's available in the center market?
Connor McDavid.
Yeah. You know how Tulsky likes to go get big things?
There's no way.
I don't think it would happen. But
why not though?
It's not outside the realm of possibility because he just went and tried to get Mikko Rantanen last year when everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he's staying in Colorado." Duh. He got him out of there for Martin Necas and Jack Drury.
Yeah, so I mean, sending over Jackson Blake, Seth Jarvis, and 2 first-round picks for McDavid would happen.
Cautious. I don't know. Because you have to think about it this way. Cholsky is a really good GM and he looks at analytics, right? Well, you also got to think about it this way. If somebody starves them, right? Let's starve the Oilers until right before the deadline. And then we'll ask you right before. You have a quick decision to make. Are you going to roll with McDavid and hope he extends, which he may not want to, and you may lose one of the best players out there for nothing? Or you make a slightly less optimal trade, but you still get some good pieces back. You got two choices.
A couple more things. What's the deal with Rod the Bod? Will he ever lose his gig? No.
No.
Change the hair? No. He looks in shape enough to play? Yes. It's Rod the Bod for a reason. And there was
Yeah,
a
I
really good
remember
interview
that.
with him and Adam Gold where they talked about that. Rod is safe. Rod's probably one of the safest head coaches in the NHL currently. He's not going anywhere. What's going on with their jerseys? How do you feel about the white on Oh, we haven't talked about the jerseys.
We have not talked about the jerseys.
Oh, this might go a little longer than anticipated. The more I've seen them, the more I like them. I think that it is a clear and definitive upgrade over the old away jerseys with the watermark lettering going this way. So much better than those.
They're better than the Rags ripoffs, let's be real.
Yeah. Why did we rip jerseys off the Rags anyways? What a sorry team to rip off of.
Yeah, and for us to do it too, like, because we're rivals with them. Like, why? But
so
I really like them. I think personally that these jerseys are going to look great. I've actually had some friends. So if you guys I've seen the video, there's a band in there. And a lot of people in the comments were like, it's AI, it's this, blah, blah, blah. No, that was the NC State marching band.
It was awesome.
Yes, I know some of the people there. They were talking to me about it, and I actually saw some of my friends that played saxophone in there. For those of you who don't know, I was in the NC State marching band last year. I play saxophone just in the jazz band now. So I was talking with some of them, and they're like, yeah, we got to go, and we were 3 feet from Jacob Slavin and Jalen Chatfield and Andrei Svechnikov. So I'm like, man, I wish I was still there, but
you'd have been the perfect candidate to throw up there too, dude.
Yeah, but they did give them different jerseys. People thought that it was AI in the background because the jerseys were different that they gave the band than they gave to the players. They had the little I forget what they're called, the little things at the top that pulled down, and the stripes were a little bit different near the bottom. So it was slightly different, but they still got them. And they were also a little off-white, I believe. They weren't bright white like the actual jerseys.
All right, last question. I'll let you go first and then I'll wrap us up. What is the coolest hockey item, signed or not, that you own, or at least your favorite?
I mean, I don't really have... Well, unfortunately, I don't have my one signed thing because we lost it the night that I got it, unfortunately. But I'd say that it's my Sebastian Aho jersey, but it would have been my signed Mark Jankowski towel, or I believe that's what it was. But I'm so sad that I don't have that anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna answer mine in 2 parts because I have 2. The coolest one I have, I'd probably say, is my 2006 Rod Brindamore playoff jersey that is signed by 3/4 of the team on the front logo. That's not my favorite, though. My favorite is my Raleigh City of Oaks NC State Ice Pack customized Cartoximus jersey that I got for Valentine's Day this past year.
It's a really nice jersey. And if you haven't seen it in our AI graphics, we've actually used it before.
It's such a nice jersey. So nice. I will wear that forever.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, that is a 1 of 1. So, and I'll end on this. If you guys ever go to a Canes game and you see a guy walking around in a Raleigh City of Oaks red jersey for the NC State Ice Pack that's number 29, come say hi. I will be glad to talk to any fans.
If he's also with a guy wearing an Aho jersey that's unsigned, say hi.
All right,
not generic.
Thank you guys so much for checking out stream number 6. We've already done 6 of these, dude.
It's been a minute.
And it's been
that's crazy.
We took off for Labor Day last weekend. I was at home. I wasn't even with my recording stuff. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate the chat going this week. This was the most active chat we've had I think the entirety of our like live streaming group. So thank you guys so much for being involved. I love talking to you guys and answering your questions. Cannot wait for the regular season to start, man. It's felt like so long.
It's been, dude.
We get
not even like
preseason hockey in a few weeks, dude. We get to watch the guys that Sean keeps talking about.
I was about to say that too. I was about to be like, bro, we get to watch Sean's GOAT.
We get to watch Sean's players.
By the way, if you guys don't know, Sean already has a Carolina Hurricanes Bradley Nadeau jersey.
Make sure to go check out Sean's videos on the YouTube channel too. The career sims. He puts a lot of work into those. So if you guys have not checked those out already, go check those out. Those are really good. I've put them in a playlist for you guys. There's only 2 right now. I'm sure we'll get a 3rd one coming soon. He unfortunately was not able to be here with us tonight, but he will probably be here next time. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next live stream. As always, stay crazy. Peace out, guys.